Hey guys, Josh here, welcome to FIFA 16. This is my first video on FIFA, and here we are then in Ultimate Team today. We're going to be showing you a very cheap 12k BPL starter squad for those of you wanting to go online and trying to be competitive from the off. This should be a pretty decent team, to be honest, to kind of set you off on the way if you want to go into tournaments or of course online seasons. Anyway, let's get straight into this squad builder, then starting off with the goalkeeper, and we're going with Fraser Forster, of course the Southampton keeper. And as you can see from his card, very good stats, all pretty much in the 70s and low 80s, apart from the speed, which if you're like me isn't really that important because you know, I don't really tend to run out with a keeper, so speed not that important, but of course, you know, the rest of his stats are, and he has got very good stats for that, considering he's only 800 coins as well. He's a really good starter keeper at the moment, with of course it being in the early access stage. You know, not too many you know, low price keepers, the likes of Tim Howard. It's probably a bit too expensive, so that's why I've gone with Fraser Forster. Anyway, let's go on to the left back then and see who we've put at left back. Well, we've chosen to go with Jose Enrique. You can see we've got Luke Shaw there, but we just packed him, so we're not going to count him, but we are going to count Jose Enrique. Pretty much the only choice really for a low cost left back. There aren't too many of us really on the market. And he is a really solid choice, to be honest. 81 pace, 74 dribbling, 81 physical as well. Really important stats to have as a defender. And of course, you know, left back, a really good position, you know, to certainly the way I play, it's a really important role, and you do need someone really solid in there with a lot of pace and a lot of good dribbling and passing, and that's exactly what Enrique has. And for only a K as well, you can't really go wrong. Let's go into the two centre backs then. We've chosen Sylvain Distin and also Van Dijk, I want to say. I'm not sure how to pronounce that name, but you know, so I do apologise. Anyway, Sylvain Distin, of course, the former Everton man, standing tall at 6'4", so you know, really good tall centre back. 68 pace, which is really good, to be honest, for a centre back. 79 defence and 78 physical, of course, the two most important stats to have, and he's very good in those two areas. So Sylvain Distin then, a really good choice for one of your centre backs. Also, I've gone with Van Dijk. You know, he's just a really good all-rounder. 83 physical as well, so he can muscle people off the ball. 1.1k as well, so two very cheap centre backs. Of course, there are better options out there, but they are quite expensive at the moment. So of course, once you do get more coins, you know, you can upgrade to those players, but for now we're going to stick with these two chaps then. And next up then we have Jan Maat, of course, for Newcastle, the Dutchman, coming in at 1.8k. Pretty much, you know, all the right backs that are rare are really expensive, so this is one of the cheaper ones, but certainly, you know, we're not sacrificing any quality with Jan Maat. You know, a really solid player, just like he is in real life. 81 physical as well, so really good person to have in your ultimate team. We'll just quickly change formation as we are not on the right one. Let's just go, where's the 4-4? Where is it? There it is. Sorry about that. Anyway, moving on to the centre defensive mid then, and let's see who we've put in there. And we have put Wanyama in, a bit of a favourite of mine really. I do really like him as a player. I really liked him at Celtic, and it's great to see he's now at Southampton. 89 physical, you can't argue with that. 78 defence, a really good overall centre defensive mid. There aren't really too many other options. You can go with Lee Catamol as a possible option as well, but really you are kind of limited in that centre defensive mid role, so Wanyama fits the bill pretty nicely. Left mid, we've gone with Jay Rodriguez, of course, for Southampton, with a very nice link to Wanyama, who in turn has a very nice link to Van Dijk. Jay Rodriguez then, a really good player. 83 pace, 77 shots, 77 dribbling as well, so he's a perfect left midfielder, and yeah, definitely should be a part of your team for only 900 coins. It's pretty hard to find, you know, other good cheap left midfielders, so, you know, pretty solid choice, I believe. Let's move over to the right mid then and see who we've put there. We've actually put Antonio Valencia, who we actually found for a pretty decent price of 1.5k. Certainly at the time when I was buying, it was a really good steal. Someone had obviously not known how good he was or how expensive he was meant to be, and it listed him fairly lowly. So yeah, we've chosen to put him then at the right mid position. A really solid player. Loved playing with him in previous FIFAs, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be just as good on this FIFA. Really good stats as always, you know, great pace, great dribbling, great passing, exactly what you want from a right midfielder. Let's move on to the cam positions then. We're getting closer up towards the attack, and we've gone with Gylfi Sigurdsson. Of course, not too many other cams really on the market, to be honest, at the moment for, you know, low prices. Sigurdsson's probably your best bet. You can also get Sessegnon as well, of course, for West Brom. He's a pretty decent player as well, but I just chose Sigurdsson, you know, just over Sessegnon, really, just because he has such a good shot and such a good passing. I think he'd be a really, really good clinical finisher, and also, of course, setting up chances for our two strikers. But who are those two strikers? Let's find out then. We've actually gone for the one, the only, Emmanuel Adebayor, of course, not even playing for Tottenham anymore. Of course, that hasn't quite been patched in yet. Of course, coming after the transfer window, so it's pretty hard for EA. 800 coins, absolute steal, really. I mean, 72 base, 78 shots, 76 dribbling. Really, really good card as well. 77 physical, so he's, you know, be really great for muscling out the defence and really getting through on goal. Adebayor really liked him in previous FIFAs, and hopefully he'll just be as good in this FIFA as well. Of course, there are more expensive options out there, such as Loic Remy, Benteke, of course, are all you know, kind of fairly cheap in, you know, retrospect. So those two players, you know, if you want to upgrade, definitely go to them. But we've also gone for Gomes as well for Swansea, one of my favourite players, to be honest. I really do like Swansea this season. Him and Ayew are definitely my two favourite Swansea players. And yeah, been really clinical in the Premier League this season, and should be pretty clinical on FIFA already. 77 overall rating, but 80 shot is really, really good, and a good physical rating as well. Arguably, you know, his stats should probably be higher, but you know, nevertheless, he's a really, really good player to have on your team. So that completes then the lineup for our BPL squad, then coming to a total of 12.3k to be precise. 100 chemistry, then 77 overall. And in terms of subs and that, of course, you could have loads of people really. These are basically the ones we have. Luke Shaw, of course, we got in a pack, Peter Crouch, Carbarella, of course, a really, really good backup goalkeeper. Michu, Odemwingie, Marvukes, I'm not even gonna, yeah, and Wes Hulan as well for Norwich. So yeah, there are our subs then you can put in there, and that's our proper team then. So yeah, looking pretty good, to be honest. I mean, yes, there's no really, really high rated players, but you know, this squad's just worth 12k, so you can probably work up to that pretty easily for a bit of trading and of course just playing matches. And basically you can have this team and you can go online and you can, you know, try and do pretty well, and of course earn more coins in turn, and then of course upgrade quite a few of these players. You know, it's pretty easy to upgrade as well. There's so many choices really, you can't really go wrong. But this is just a team I went with then, and just before I forget, the manager of course Gary Monk, and just that basically caps everything off. Of course, 100 chemistry is a pretty must really on FIFA, and yeah, 77 overall. You know, I'm sure you could improve that with a few more additions, and of course we haven't even filled out the bench as well, so I'm pretty sure that would go up. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this squad builder then. You guys can let me know which BPL players should I buy for my ultimate team next. And of course, if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. And of course, subscribe for more FIFA 16 content. Anyway, I've been Josh. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.